The other thing I was going to talk about was DeepSpeed. And I guess DeepSpeed, again, is buried in the Microsoft Copilot ecosystem. You just don't see it because what we see is the UI for AI, right, which is Copilot. And DeepSpeed is, again, my understanding, the optimization engine that keeps the large language models from essentially collapsing from under their own weight, right? So being able to train a model with 1 trillion parameters is a big thing, right? It's expensive. You want to make sure that that's going to work, and DeepSpeed, I gather, is one of the things that sits under the waterline that helps them do that. And again, capabilities I've never come across, right? And there's this thing called it's the acronym ZERO, which is the Zero Redundancy Optimizer, and it essentially slices model data and computation across lots and lots of GPUs. Super interesting. So that no single card has to hold the whole thing. And you're never going to do that with a trillion parameter model, right? But being able to do that, that's how Microsoft are training models. Things like the Phi-3 model, right? How they're doing that efficiently. And then bringing into that as a thing 3D parallelism, as I understand. So you basically split the workload, the training, into different layers. So you've got like by data, by model layers, and by pipeline. And I guess it's what's the thing I was going to use to describe? It's a bit like a relay team. So where, every runner's busy the entire race, but it doesn't wear out a particular runner up because you're handing off. So again, super worth having a look and have a dig, because we were talking about this the other day. I think we were anyway. It's getting to the point where people don't quite understand what underpins a lot of these technologies, and being able to dive into some of this stuff. Now, I'm not going to understand it all right by any stretch, but at least having an appreciation that under that pretty Copilot UI that you've got, there's a whole bunch of stuff that gets you there. And, other than very, very clever people who do this training day in, day out, most of us are unaware. So it's well worth a bit of an investment.